We should really cherish our native flora. It's a unique range of flowers that are found nowhere else in the world. Hi, I'm Craig Scott. I've been living here for about 30 years, growing Australian wildflowers. I'm a fourth generation flower grower. I've got a real passion for Australian native plants. I love growing them and selling them so that people can enjoy them. Farm here at Mangrove Mountain, it's a 50-acre farm. Half of it is natural bushland and the other half is cleared. We actually grow on about 20 acres. We have a number of greenhouses and then we grow out in the fields as well. And we grow probably around 50 varieties of native plants, from New South Wales Christmas bush, waratahs, flowering eucalyptus, a lot of different varieties of kangaroo paw, grevillea, some billy buttons, mulla, many varieties of paper daisies, whether it be cutting grown or seedling grown, different foliages, eucalyptus foliages and wattle foliages. Waratahs have got to be an all-time favourite. Telopia, seen from afar, this brilliant red that just stands out in the bushland. You know, you move from that to the yellows of the kangaroo paw and the grevilleas, a whole range of colours from soft pinks to lemon to bright reds. Kangaroo paw is a magnificent plant. You have so much diversity in it, from a tall, majestic plant to short, dainty, soft colours. They can be used in a number of ways, you know, whether it's a tall arrangement, whether it's a short vase, or even just a low table centre. You know, you can put them in your house and they'll last for 2 weeks and look magnificent. Well, kangaroo paw is about 50% of what we do. We have it for maybe 8 months of the year. This colour is so vibrant. It's an amazing colour. It was developed by Kings Park in Western Australia. Even the colours of these stems are just magnificent. The colours of the hair is beautiful. This is the flannel flower. It's Actinotus helianthi. It grows in the Sydney sandstone region. And along the coastal dunes. It's generally quite hard to grow in a garden, but we find we can grow it okay in these pots. It's called the flannel flower, and I guess that's because of the softness in it, in the touch of it. Beautiful wedding flower. Oh, this paper daisy is one that I grew probably when I first was married, and we grew it up here. It's called Cockatoo. It's a lovely old variety, and it's still going strong 30 years on. They're a beautiful texture, real papery, hard papery texture. Makes a lovely sound as you touch it too. They're a lovely thing that, you know, I've actually picked them and sent them to my daughters in London, just to remind them of home. Started with my great-grandfather Robbo, who used to grow flowers and pick wildflowers and sell them at the train station as people would walk down to the cemetery. My grandfather also continued that. He grew traditional flowers in Sutherland, and his wife Veronica opened a florist shop. And then if we go on a little bit further, my father started a farm at Menai where he grew flowers there for 20 years. That's when I started growing flowers with him. And then we had a real passion for native flowers. Dad used to go out in the bush and we'd climb trees and pick gumnut. And then so when we started the farm up here, he had a passion as well for planting these plants that he was picking from the wild. That had a great impact on me. He's the backbone of the business. When you're on the farm and you're working with the flowers, it's very fulfilling and very relaxing. You might have a lot of things going on in your mind, whether it's to do with the market or what work needs to be done. But to be able to just work with the flowers and listen to the birds and have that peace and quiet around you is just brilliant. Foliages are used quite widely in the floristry industry. There's 2 varieties of wattle here and 4 varieties of eucalyptus. So this one's a real trailing golden one. Beautiful for wedding bouquets as well as other installations where they want something trailing. This is a beautiful Eucalyptus mallee. Lovely leaves, just glorious in a vase with any flowers or on its own. This is another wattle, just beautiful for that silvery grey foliage. And silver dollar gum, which has been a real popular item in the market for many, many years. A week on the farm as a flower grower is quite hectic. We start on Sunday, harvesting flowers, bunching them, preparing them for market. In season, you're just picking. Yeah, it's ever ongoing. Sometimes they go together quite easily, and other times you sort of got to play with them a bit to get them right. Pretty happy with how that's worked out. Just checking these ready for market. They've been harvested this morning, and just about to put them in the cool room on a trolley, ready to get ready for market. That's all. So I'm just checking that the guys have done a good job bunching them and enough stems in them. Oh, look, the markets is a bit of a love-hate relationship. You know, like you hate getting up in the middle of the night and you're tired. But once you get there, it's incredible. The time just flies by, especially when the florists come in and they will just grab the whole bucket. Say, I want this, put it aside, you know, or whether you're selecting out bits and pieces of flowers for a wedding, something really specific and important to somebody.
Maybe loops, kind of
The market is a very important part of the business where it all comes together. The secret to growing wildflowers and being involved in the flower industry is just keeping going, continually trying different things, collecting seed, trying to work with the environment that you've got. I think I'll be continually working with native wildflowers for the rest of my years. It's a job that gives you a lot of enjoyment and a lot of satisfaction. But I've always done flowers. I've picked flowers and brought them to my mum when I was younger, and always been keen. Done flowers at church, done flowers for weddings, done picking flowers for home, for my wife, the kitchen, always. And mostly always native flowers.